Hello, everyone. You're tuned again to Trumpet TV. Today, we're live again with yet another interview with a community leader based in the United Kingdom, one of the shining lights as far as the African diaspora is concerned. It's my pleasure as I introduce to you Wambui Njau, the founder of Fanaka Foundation UK. Hello, Wambui. How are you?
Hello, Trumpet. Yemi, thank you for inviting me for the interview.
Thank you. And it's nice seeing you. You're really looking very radiant today, as usual.
Thank you. Still
Thank
morning.
Okay. So could you just, for the purpose of our readers, let us into who exactly Wambui is.
Hello, viewers. Thank you for joining us. My name is Wambui Njau, as Femi has rightly said. I'm the founder of an organization that I started 5 years ago, Fanaka Foundation UK. And I do work. I have a job that I work as an IT programs and projects manager in various sectors. I've been doing that for many, many years. But part of my work on the side is I do like giving back to the community. I feel like I have a purpose here on this earth to give back to the community. So I support the blind and visually impaired here in UK with hearts vision loss in Welling Garden City, but also for my country, Kenya, where I support the blind and visually impaired in Kenya, where I come from. I work in partnership with Kenya Society for the Blind, who I partner with, and I'll be partnering with other organizations so that we can move my vision and the work of supporting the blind even further.
Thank you so much, Wambui. Well done. So I believe, could you just let us a bit more into the work of the Fanaka Foundation UK? So where exactly was it established? What would you say have been the achievements to date?
So Fanaka Foundation was established, as I said, 5 years ago. I met this wonderful young lady in one of actually an event that was being organized here by a lady called Tola Onigbajo for
Women for Africa.
Women for Africa. That's it. And one of the nominees was a lady called Mercy Ngure, and Mercy was a disabled lady. And I went and approached her. I spoke to her. I asked about disability in Kenya. Honestly, I knew nothing about disability in Kenya, only that I knew of disabled people. And but really, I didn't find out how they get help, how they get support. So Mercy really enlightened me. And she said, "Oh, by the way, Wambui, I need help with a blind girl that I'm trying to look for a sponsor." And I said, "Well, tell me more about this girl." This girl happened to be a lady that I came to love, adore, and she really inspired me to move forward with supporting the visually impaired and the blind. Her name is Jennifer Mate. So I took Jennifer Mate over my wings, supporting her. And through Jennifer, I decided to start the foundation, Fanaka Foundation, established here in the UK. And the aim is to promote educational opportunities for girls and boys, and particularly the disadvantaged, totally blind, visually impaired. So I also do mentorship, and I raise funds for the provision of the equipment. It could be technology. It could be for their, getting them laptops with the software that they need to be able to use in school. It could be just for educational support in terms of fees. So my funding for the gala, 60% of the funds going for the provision of equipment for the blind. As you can imagine, the blind need more equipment such as the white cane. They need laptops that they can listen to, and with the right software, they can also speak to their laptops. They get the laptops software dictate, whether in Braille or in a language that other people can understand and interpret it. And sometimes it's just to support them in just the day-to-day living, really. I've got a number of those that I do support. So the mission for me is to increase awareness as well. and providing opportunities for the visually impaired persons. And I work in partnership. I raise funds, and I would like to take part in influencing change on what goes on in the life of a blind and visually impaired person. They need our assistance. The blind need our assistance, and if I can get more people to partner with me, work with me, we can do a lot more. I'm also trying to work closely with the educational sector now. I'm trying to engage a bit more with the educational sector in Kenya to see how a blind person can attend a mainstream school. I don't see why a blind person cannot go into a mainstream school. All they need is a laptop. All they need is a white cane. All they need is a good environment to be able to work, to go to school. Teachers need to learn Braille. If you're a teacher that's supporting disability, I would say Braille needs to be given as an option. Why is it that we are teaching Spanish? Why are we teaching French? Why are we not teaching sign language for the deaf and hard of hearing? Why are we not teaching Braille for the blind? Those are the subjects that we really need to concentrate on. Yes, we want to learn Spanish, we want to learn French, we want to learn German. But in an African context, what you want is to learn a language that you can then embrace the disabled. Deaf sign language should be taught. My daughter was telling me, Mom, why is it that sign language is not taught? Even here in UK, why is sign language not, students are not being given to the option to learn it? So I would like to see Braille being taught in schools. So I'm championing that as well.
Well done.
So through my galas, I do that. Through my galas, I bring awareness on these kind of issues, and we need to tackle them in the educational system.
So, about how many people would you say that over the last 5 years since the foundation started have benefited from your work or the work of the foundation?
Right. So I've got quite a number, but what I do is that I don't. The way I raise money is I raise money for an equipment that can be used by multiple people. So last year's gala, the year before gala, I raised money, spent £14,000, and we raised money to buy what we call a Braille embosser photocopier. This photocopier is being used by the Kenya Society for the Blind. I can tell you that this Braille photocopier, teachers, students alike are queuing up, trainers alike are queuing up to get their papers printed in Braille so that they can use it for their education. So it's multiples of people that are using it, this Braille machine. So Kenya Society is managing that. And the funds came from the gala that I did in 2021. And also now I also raise money I've been raising money for sports equipment. So we were able to distribute sports equipment to schools in Kenya, Thika School for the Blind. So I do, the work that I do is I do in multiples. So I don't want to just be giving handouts. A family, I started a chicken farm for them. The mom is blind, the dad is blind. The little girl that I support is also blind. So for me to help the little girl who is blind, called Faith Blessed, we purchased chickens. So now the parents are raising chickens. They're both blind, but the chickens, as long as they're in an enclosed place, they can manage that and they can do their own business. As for their daughter, Faith, she has got a beautiful voice. Her mom has got a very beautiful voice. So what I did is I got a music teacher for 6 months. They trained the girl and the mom to sing. And they were able to produce this wonderful, wonderful album of 3 beautiful songs, which I'm hoping we can attach on this video. The video, so the songs are helping them. The mom is selling these albums, her CDs, and she's earning money out of that. So I do things in multiples. I don't do just handouts. Handouts I did during COVID. COVID, we had to do an online Zoom fundraising, and the money went to as many blind as possible. So I had somebody in Kenya going out shopping for the blind during COVID. So it's very hard for me to measure in how many people I've helped, unless the Kenya Society for the Blind tells me, by the way, Wambui, we've had 100 people who've come so far to this center to get their papers printed. But then how many papers, the papers that are being printed in Braille, how many students are they helping? So my work needs to be immeasurable. I need to be able to just know that many are using the funds that I've worked so hard to raise money for and help as many people as I can. I'm not the kind of person who takes photos and photos of the person I'm helping. I just do it in the background and let the work speak for itself.
That's really encouraging to hear. So, where do you see Fanaka Foundation and its work over the next 5 years? So that would be part A of the same question. And then part B would be, what impact do you see the work of Fanaka Foundation making on the education system, both in Kenya, from where a lot of the work is done, and also here in the United Kingdom, where you're based?
In the next 5 years, which would actually answer A and B, in the next 5 years, I would like to see that my work is not in vain, that the way I keep talking about awareness, people need to be aware of the blind and the challenges that the blind face. And when you have companies, organizations like myself, working together to bring a better standard of living for the blind, either through education, either through starting business for them, working in close partnership. In the next 5 years, what I would like to see is the partnerships that I'm working with. I would like us to think, okay, how can we reduce blindness? It's not my area of work. I don't have the skills or expertise in eye health, but if I work with the right partners, I've approached an organization called I Care Africa. They have partnership with Moorfield Eye Hospital here in UK. How many people in my spare time during my holidays, I would like to think I can go to Kenya and we can gather as many people as we can and do some tests, check their eyesight. How many are we going to save from blindness? Jennifer, the girl that I'm supporting, she became blind because of diabetes. How much awareness are we bringing about the effect of diabetes when it comes to blindness? People become blind because of diabetes, and it's not because of the illness. It's not because it's not cannot be diagnosed and treated. It's because people are not aware that all you need is health checks and eating the right foods. That's the kind of awareness I need to bring. So I'm going to work closely with the partners. So in the next 5 years, I would like to see more awareness about blindness and how you can avoid blindness. I'd like to see teachers' educational system, to answer your question, the second question, embracing the right environment for the blind in mainstream schools. I'm advocating for that. I would like to see schools, mainstream schools, teaching blind people. They just need technology. They just need a laptop. Obviously, we need power. We need electrical power. We need internet connection for them. But if they've got the softwares, if the teachers can work in a way that it's recorded information already for them, they can listen. In my gala, which happened last Saturday, a very successful gala on the 19th of November, 2022 this year, a teacher came and presented the work that she does. She had a student who is blind that she's teaching. This student was in a special school for the disabled. She didn't need to go to a specialized school for the disabled where there are some serious challenged children. Her parents worked hard actually from Nigeria, and they said, no, we want our child to be in a mainstream school. Guess who is doing so well, better than even the abled children? He's a blind student. It's because the school has embraced and tried to help this blind child. They have provided her with equipment to help her. The lady that I'm talking about, the teacher, she brought this equipment. This is a calculator. As you can see, it's a talking calculator. It's an A4 talking calculator. She said she uses that for her maths. She has got a laptop. She's got the Joe software. She just needs her ears to listen to the teacher. She's got the equipment to use to type if it's in Braille. And the calculators even come with a Braille language. What is stopping from a blind student not doing well in a mainstream school? If this teacher has proved that a child can do well in a mainstream school, why is the educational system not changing? Why are we not embracing that? We need blind students to be going to the mainstream school. We need the educational system to change so that Braille education is given as an option. Let's not teach foreign languages in African countries. Let's start with our own. Sign language. Let's teach it in our main schools in Africa. Let's do Braille languages in our countries, in our African countries. Those are my two very important missions and vision for the next 5 years. And I'm going to work very hard. Any partners that want to take part and work with me, please feel free to come and contact me. Let's work together and make and make this vision come true. So these are my visions. Thank you.
And if anyone wanted to sort of contact you or the foundation, could you share contact details? How would they be able to reach you?
They can reach me through my Facebook. I'm on Facebook through my name. My full name is Wambui Njau. Or they can go to my website, www.fanakafoundationuk.org. I will also give my phone number, which they can call me, which is +44, because I live in UK, 7878 828 195. I'm on Facebook under Fanaka Foundation, under Wambui Njau. I'm on Instagram. People say you're always on social media. I have a duty of care for the blind and visually impaired. I'm going to be there. If you're there, because you're also on social media. So learn something new and do something about it. We all have a purpose in life. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. Tweet me. Let's work together. Let's work together and make. All we need is canes for the blind, a white cane. I was showing people. This costs £20. People are raising money. If you'd like to contribute, you would like to sponsor, let's get some white canes for some blind person that in the village that is using a log, a stick. Why are they using a stick when they can use something light, something they can fold, something that they can stretch, and put it in their pocket when they're in the buses? In Africa, we're still giving our blind people sticks to walk. A stick that they're not going to be able to fold. Why? I've got a ball here. Sports equipment for the blind. Primary schools, they listen. You can hear this one has got a bell. They listen to the sound. Why would you not buy your blind students, primary students, this ball so they can play with? All they'll do is just follow the noise. Give them something to use in their PE. We need to work harder for the blind, and let's help them. So thank you so much, Femi, for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Wambui. It's been a pleasure speaking to you, and well done on the work of the Fanaka Foundation. You've heard it all. If you feel like supporting the work or even finding out a bit more about the work of Fanaka Foundation, you have you heard the details earlier on. It's fanakafoundation.org. Yeah, okay, so fanakafoundation.org. You can also look for Wambui.
Sorry, fanakafoundationuk.org.
Okay, fanakafoundationuk.org. Or you could look for Wambui Njau on Facebook, Instagram. She's on social media. You'll always find her. Or even just Google Fanaka Foundation UK. You definitely get more details. It's been a pleasure speaking to you. And please do keep up with us, or we'll try and keep up with you in terms of the work that your foundation is doing. Well done. Nice speaking to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Trumpet TV, for the opportunity.
Thank you very, very much.